Manho can't believe Wonwon is calling other school students. Daegun ignores it for now and thanks them for their help. They blush as they claim to be in the same class. Daegun also thanks Minsu. As for Jinmo, he cries, knowing that he will die today. Daegun also checks on the girls, who are fine. Era acts weak, and Daegun catches her. She blushes, and Daegun suggests putting strength in her legs. Daegun apologizes, but Era blames Jinmo. However, Jae-in calls Daegun's existence wrong. She calls him a thug and childish for solving everything using his fist. She tells them not to bother normal students and to go to a quiet place to die. Jae-in and Era leave, and the boys can't even refute her words. The two girls then go their separate ways, and Era knows that Jae-in is sensitive because of her brother. Meanwhile, Daegun asks Jinmo how he wants to die. Jinmo feels bad and wants to apologize to the other kids first before he dies. Daegun claims that there are more bad guys out there who are responsible for this situation. In a hospital, Jae-in visits her brother. She recalls how bad bullies are, making fighting like a game. She wonders if the bullies will realize what they are doing is a game. That night, Wonwon loses his game with auto combat again, and Jinmo appears. He asks what happened to Jungman and the others. Jinmo glares at Wonwon. Jinmo walks up to Wonwon and throws a punch. Wonwon fights back, but the other bullies also join in to beat up Wonwon. Everyone gangs up on him. Wonwon runs away, but he trips on something. Jinmo jumps on him and kicks him to the ground. Jinmo and his group laugh at Wonwon for running away. Jinmo claims Wonwon can't do anything on his own. The next day, news of Jinmo beating up Wonwon spread throughout the school. Jinmo comes to school high and mighty as the new boss of Class 6. Just when he thinks about what to do with the shuttles, he notices a Daegun entering their classroom. Jinmo immediately acts polite. Daegun congratulates him but gives Jinmo two choices: fight as a boss or get hit to end their bad blood. Jinmo asks to be hit gently. Daegun swings his arm and smashes Jinmo's face. Jinmo feels better and lighter now. It was because his soul was flying away. Daegun then tells the others to behave well or else. Daegun has now conquered 4 classes during his first week. The Class 1 bullies rowdily celebrate Daegun's achievement. Daegun slaps them and agrees to go play games at the PC cafe. Juri also wants to join, and she punches Jongmin for revealing her true intentions. They try to calm down the strongest girl in Class 1. Meanwhile, Jae-seok tries to get in touch with Wonwon. Suzy claims Wonwon might have dropped out already, which is highly possible. Suzy finds Daegun annoying for being handsome and good at fighting. She suggests making an alliance with the others. Suzy remembers how she unconsciously called Daegun Appa. She wants Daegun to be bullied as soon as possible. The next day, Jongmin comments that Daegun should just focus on studying. It is because Daegun's gaming skills suck. Daegun then remembers that he has something to do. He goes to Class 2 and checks on Myungjung. He tells the Class 2 bullies to behave, and Daegun leaves. He checks on Class 3 and can see that it is peaceful, with Sangbo being a regular absentee. Meanwhile, in Class 6, Jinmo tells the other students to be quiet because he is studying. He plans to be a man suited to the top student Ji-yin. Suzy angrily tells him to keep things to himself. Suzy is still stressed out about Daegun. Suzy explains to Jinmo that it was a misunderstanding when she called Daegun Appa. Just then, Daegun arrives looking for Jinmo. Look at Suzy, who is blushing so hard. Daegun gives Jinmo some reminders and leaves. Jinmo returns to Suzy, and the girl asks him to remove his glasses. Suzy takes out her frustrations on Jinmo. She ordered the others to beat up Jinmo. Jae-seok comes and tells her that he is currently thinking about the alliance. Jae-seok tells her to get help from her brother instead. She doesn't want to because Daegun might die for real. She just wants to step on Daegun someday. She coerces Jae-seok into making an alliance with the other classes' heads. Good thing Jae-seok has a good relationship with the others, and he must do this to kick out Daegun. Meanwhile, Director Lee reports to CEO Lee about Daegun's progress. He is impressed by the progress and tells Director Lee to inform Daegun to work harder. In the school's gym storage, the other first-year class heads gather. There's Jae-seok, Class 8's Do-sik, Class 7's Sung-hwa, Class 4's Do-jin, and Class 9's Sung-hoon. Jae-seok asks them about the alliance. Sung-hwa refuses because he doesn't care about the ranks, but he won't lose to anyone. Do-sik asks if Jae-seok fears Daegun after Wonwon got called. They continue to play around, and Jae-seok comments on how it was a bad idea to gather. However, Sung-hoon agrees with the alliance. He tells the others to listen to Jae-seok's thoughts first. Jae-seok didn't expect the king of study bugs to agree. Jae-seok then mentions how Daegun has devoured 4 classes already and the ranks are being toppled. Sung-hwa because he is not interested in ranks. Do-jin leaves because he doesn't want to share the prize money. Do-sik also leaves to practice and tells Ji-seok to think things through again. The two argue, but Sung-hoon intervenes. He tells them to postpone their showdown and listen to his story first. Later, Do-jin loses his money to a classmate. He tries to act calm but ends up slapping his classmate. He orders his classmate to stand up, and he snatches the money his classmate won from their game. The classmate gets mad and tries to contact someone. Meanwhile, Ji-seok tells Suzy that the alliance means nothing for now, and he has decided to observe things for now. In a flashback, Sung-hoon reminds Jae-seok and Do-sik that it is collection day soon. He also exclaims that Do-jin and Sung-hwa are money-hungry leaders. He suggests observing Daegun's intentions first, and Sung-hoon is sure that conflict will happen soon. Suzy is stressed out because there is nothing that can be done. Later, Do-jin, who is looking for more money, plans to take down Daegun, who is in charge of 4 classes. He calculates how much he can take, but his right-hand man suggests something. Show their fight on Toto, a betting site. Do-jin likes the idea and plans to train. Just then, some seniors appeared, and it was Do-jin's classmate who called them. Do-jin laughs at his senior for being a muscle for hire. The huge senior hits Do-jin, but Do-jin receives the punch with his face. Do-jin fights back until his senior falls. Do-jin hits his senior's face and offers to shred his fat. Do-jin claims that his classmate should have given him the money instead of hiring people. Do-jin then starts attacking the others. Despite fighting 2 huge men, Do-jin is treating them like punching bags. Do-jin asks for his classmate's money and chases after him. However, his senior hits him with a wooden bat. Do-jin's friend helps and Do-jin knocks out his senior. He looks around, but his classmate is gone. The next day, Daegun arrives at school and Jong-min calls him over. Manho asks Daegun if he plans to take over all the first-year classes. Ho-jong claims that it is what they are seeing. Manho reminds Daegun that he will receive money from 4 classes soon. Daegun doesn't know about that, and the 3 bullies are too stunned to speak. Jung-myung appears and explains that they are collecting money from every class as protection money. The money goes into the pocket of the class boss, and Jung-myung warns Daegun that people will be after him. Manho appreciates his explanation but wonders why he came. Jung-myung asks Daegun to take care of his class's money and offers his strength. However, Daegun slaps him and claims that he won't collect money. Jong-min informs him that some shares are also offered to the second years and then to the third years. Stopping the collection means going against the whole school. Daegun realizes the huge risk, but he remembers that it is his job to stop this issue. He tries to leave, but Jinmo comes and tells him that someone wants to meet him. He later meets Suzy. Suzy tells him to follow her while she is still being nice. Meanwhile, a second-year crew leader, Jaok, and his number 2, Gong-myung, are asking their classmates to pay on time. Do-jin, who is with them, learns how much they get. He gets excited now about hunting Daegun and taking over the first-year classes. Suzy tells Jinmo to go away. Suzy confronts Daegun and tries to be intimidating. However, she can't look straight into his eyes. She tries to explain the Appa matter, and Daegun knows that she was referring to her real brother. She exclaims that there is nothing more than that, and Daegun removes her hands from his collar. Suzy blushes as Daegun cuffs her hands. She tries to get away, and Daegun tells her to call Ba Soo-hyuk, Suzy's brother. Suzy refuses because Daegun might die. Daegun won't let her go unless she agrees. Just then, Do-jin and the second years arrive. Jaok tells Daegun to stop the vulgar scene on the sacred school grounds. Daegun calls him Baldy, and Jaok gets mad. Daegun suddenly remembered how his convenience store boss was depressed over losing hair. He apologizes to Jaok and Do-jin laughs out loud. Gong-min claims that Jaok is really experiencing hair loss. Jaok tells them to go away before he stops showing mercy. However, Daegun tells them to leave instead because they got in the area first. Suzy calls him crazy. Jaok then crunches his fists. Just then, Suzy calls her brother. Gong-min stops Jaok and tells him that Suzy doesn't call anyone Appa unless it is Bak Soo-hyuk. Soo-hyuk confirms that he will come, and the call drops. Suzy tells the others that she got Daegun first. The two go away, and it is obvious that Jaok is angry despite saying he is okay. Jaok tells Do-jin to deal with Daegun later. However, the money-hungry Do-jin is hiked up. He runs toward Daegun and Suzy. Daegun grabs Suzy and dodges Do-jin's kick. Daegun gets confused and Do-jin continues attacking him senselessly. Daegun slaps Do-jin, but that just makes Do-jin excited. Daegun needs to widen the distance to protect Suzy. Gong-min runs to stop Do-jin, thinking that he can hurt Suzy. Do-jin continues attacking Daegun. Daegun falters and Do-jin uses this chance to kick Daegun hard. Do-jin asks why Daegun is only dodging. Daegun can now see that Suzy is on the sidelines already. Do-jin haughtily approaches him. Daegun punches him, but Daegun immediately puts on a blocking stance. However, Daegun hits his sides too. He knocks down Daegun with a kick. Daegun calls Daegun brutal. Daegun asks if Daegun's arms are alright. He claims his arm is alright, but it seems like it is not. Daegun then takes off his school jacket. Suzy suddenly gets flustered and tells him to keep in mind that he is in a crowded place. They are suddenly surrounded by an audience, and the girls are giggling over Daegun. Daegun tells him that they need to stop for now because a real event will happen soon. Daegun leaves as he pushes the girls aside. Daegun tells Gongmyeong to go for him together next time because it is annoying for him to beat them up separately. Gongmyeong gets mad, but Jaok stops him. The two boys then leave. Suzy calls Daegun crazy for provoking the second-year leaders. She scolds him for being reckless, but later thanks Daegun for saving her. Daegun apologizes for trying to hug her, and Suzy gets flustered. Daegun then asks for Soohyuk, but Suzy quickly tells him that it was a lie to fend off the second years. Suzy wonders why Daegun wants to meet her brother. Well, Daegun just wants to beat up Soohyuk. However, Suzy tells him that he will die if he fights her brother. She then tells her to solve the issues of the first graders first. Suzy leaves, and Daegun is confused about her actions. Suzy continues to think that she doesn't like Daegun at all. Meanwhile, Daegun returns to his classroom and claims that he likes how strong Daegun is. He calls the class president and asks for Daegun's address. It was his classmate who served as his piggy bank. He also orders the president to collect the protection money by this week, even though it must be the next. Daegun swears that he won't get caught by the others. The president reminds him of the rules. Daegun suddenly played rock, paper, scissors, and when he won, he flicked the class president's forehead. He asks for another round. Daegun remembers how Daegun can endure his hits. He is happy to discover someone he can beat up a lot. That night, Daegun waits for the people he hired. Just then, Daegun appears and grabs his face. Daegun drags Daegun towards the fence, but suddenly stops right before they get hit. Daegun asks if the amusement ride is amazing and asks for one more ride. The next day, Class 1's 3 bullies are having a hard time with math. On the other hand, Jinmo wins against Daegun during their English words quiz with Minsu. Juri then tells Daegun that she was giving hints about the place where he can do jujitsu with her. However, the answer was bed. Daegun is really a chick magnet. Minsu wonders how Daegun loses to Jinmo when he always sees him trying to study. Just when they are having fun with their study session, Daegun enters the classroom, surprising everyone. He wants to talk to Daegun and tries to kick Jinmo out of his seat. However, Jinmo doesn't want to be seen as a loser. He stands up to Daegun, but Daegun just slaps Jinmo. Daegun then suggests playing rock, paper, scissors. Jinmo loses and tries to leave. However, Daegun slaps him as the game's punishment. Daegun apologizes that he can't fight because he is studying. Daegun suggests a game instead, hitting the coin on the book game with certain conditions. Meanwhile, Seonghwa and Gongmyeong meet and discuss the money collection. They also talk about Daegun. Seonghwa claims that Daegun is still hiding his real skills. Gongmyeong asks about Daegun, and Seonghwa confirms that Daegun is a strong person. He had flexibility and high endurance. Daegun entered a gym before without knowing anything and defeated everyone there. Seonghwa claims that an amazing guy like Daegun won't lose.